off to the unit this morning to make a water tank out of cardboard again, because we love building things out of cardboard. Just like the holding tank, we want to see if the water tanks that we want fit. We've got these huge water tanks at the moment. They're metal. They have no access hatch at all. They're incredibly heavy and they're 50 years old. So theoretically they should be fine, but we've heard things rattle around in them. We can't really access them to clean them, and just purely for the weight, we want to get new ones and potentially just slightly smaller. So I'm in the unit. These are our water tanks. Ben's made this lovely little stand for them, as they've got these bits sticking up, so we couldn't have them standing on an end. But as you can see, they are pretty gross. We have drunk out of them and they do seem fine. But like I said, they are extremely heavy. We're not totally sure how to clean them, as there's no access hatch to them at all. And we just think it'll be better to get some plastic ones. We're looking at going with Tech Tanks as our provider for the water tanks, maybe even the holding tank. We found a 167 litre Series A moulded tank, which Ben believes we can fit under the floorboards. Therefore, I'm going to make one today, and if it fits, the plan would be to get 2 under the floorboards to replace the metal ones we had before. It's typical because it's supposed to be 20 degrees today, and all I want to do is be outside, but I can't really. So I'm gonna do this in here. Because of where this is positioned, this unit doesn't get much sun, so it's quite cold in here. It's about 12 degrees. Oh, it's already gone up to 14 actually. Either way, I'm cold. If I've got a jumper on, that's why. Let's do this. Okay, how do I start? What potentially the water tank will, roughly the size of it. So now I'm going to take it to the boat and see if it fits. I can't do this very easily. We are going to now see if it fits under these floorboards. Let's go.
So we're hoping that it'll just slot in. Come on, give it to us. We just try and figure out what we need to do. I don't know, I'm looking at just. What I think we should do is to adapt this one, cut this one down, cut out all Ellie's hard work from this morning and make a tank that will fit in here, then draw the measurements and then send those off to Tech Tank and see how much a custom tank will be. I think it'd be a really good exercise anyway, just to see how much custom tanks are. We'll probably end up getting a custom tank for the holding tank. We might get one for the day tank or the diesel tank. So it might be good to go through this process now, so that when we come to do our other tanks, then we'll kind of have a better idea of what we're doing. I think it'll be worth it. We're not going to get to sanding today. I honestly can't be bothered, and I'm itchy and I'm a little bit fed up. So like,
Don't be fed up.
like no, I'm not fed up, but you know, it's just like, damn it, I measured this. I really thought this would fit. To the point where I was just like, I might just order them because I know they're going to fit, because I've measured it.
What time is it?
I don't know. Hot time.
What are we doing today?
The priming!
We're finally going to prime today.
I'm excited.
We've spent far too much time sanding that I've genuinely hurt my neck. That's good. So yeah, we spent the entire day yesterday basically keying the entire boat pretty much. Right, we've got the floor up. Today, we are going to be priming. But of course, what do we do when we have to prime? We have to sand. Constant sand, 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 sand. Tis my life. I'll sit down.
Now we're pretty much there with the floor. We just want to make sure that under the floor is done as well. So we're going to prep it for paint. So we're going to sand away the heavy bits that we haven't got to yet. So all the old paint and stuff that's in the nooks and crannies. And then we're going to give an all around sand to absolutely everything. All the wood, all the floor, some of the sides of the hull as well. And then we're going to have a big clean and then prime.
We're going to go basically up to like the seat level on the sides of the hull. I'm going to do all the little crevices with a tiny multi-tool and a tiny sander, which is very cute. I'm using a 60 grit. I think it comes with a little assortment of grits. It's metal arrangement, so it goes from 60 to 240. And they're so tiny and cute like me. This is going to be incredibly satisfying, I think. Okay.
We've already done one side of the peel ply and it looks absolutely fantastic. Done a really good job. So
yeah,
happy with that. A little bit more confident in our skills of fiberglassing. So yeah. How's that?
it was quite satisfying. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's good. This stuff's incredible. Like all the excess resin and all the blush that is the stuff that you have to wash away that the paint won't stick to is all on here. So we don't have to do any prep to this at all. We are going to give it a light sand there. There's a couple of bubbles got in, so we're going to sand those out, but essentially it's just good to paint, which is fantastic. Let's carry on.
Let's do this. And then we wiped it all down and we are in preparation to prime today. We wanted to prime last night, but it just got too late. It's a beautiful sunny day today, so we're going to get this done and then set this on. Sound good?
I'll do that.
Okay. You're ready.
I've got the primer here, Hempel primer undercoat. I've got the lid off the paint can now. It's really kicking up some fumes, so I've had to put my mask on. But before I do, we're going to get about 500ml of paint in here, and I'm going to add about 5% of thinner as well. So 25ml of thinner is going to go in here. I'm going to give it a good stir. I'm going to use the paint trays and some brushes and see how we get on. Happy?
Yeah, I think so.
Great. What's up? Today I'm going to be focusing mainly on the bilge. We've got 2 coats of primer already on everything under the flooring. So we left this till last because we just wanted to get a primer down on everything else, then we're going to come back to this. It's really grimy in here. I'm going to scrape it, grind it, sand it, and then I'm going to put some epoxy in there, and then I'm going to re-glass over everything. What I really want is a nice smooth bottom of the bilge, so that when I put the bilge pump in there, it's going to be on a nice flat bottom. On the side of the bilge was a little lump with a little like pipe sticking out of it. I had no idea what it was, but every time I come to it, I said, do you know what, leave it. There's nothing on the outside of the hull, it's not connected to anything. Shouldn't concern you, you're never gonna see it. Don't worry about it. That lasted about half an hour into today's experiment. As I was sanding, I kept knocking it with the sander, and I was like, I have to know what's in here. So I went against all better judgment, got the multi-tool out and cut it out. Ellie, this is where I'm going to cut to some like close-up foam footage of the specimen. And this is what I found. It is a wooden block. I might try and dissect it a bit more. I have no idea what this is for. There is like a little metal washer on there. I thought it might be something to do with an anode or something, but there's no, it doesn't go through anywhere. It's just left a tiny little hole in the inside of the hull, which I'm just gonna fill with epoxy. On the other side, it's just like a little epoxy worm sticking through. So I'm sure it was something at some stage and someone just doesn't use it anymore and have just left it on there, which is exactly what I should have done really. But curiosity got the better of me and here we are. So if anyone can help us out, if I should replace it, then please let me know.
Now for an unexpected twist. Ben's about to throw a spanner in the works and leave it all to me.
I've been offered a last minute work, which means I need to fly to Italy on Wednesday. It is now Monday. So this is going to be my last hour on the boat for 2 months. It's come at a good time. I know I need to work in these 6 months at least a little bit just to top up our living funds so we don't keep dipping into the boat budget for date nights and pizza. So what I'll do is go and work a nice big block and then that should be it. I shouldn't need to work anymore so I can really concentrate, try and get this boat ready to go back in the water. If not, then we go another 6 months on the hard, 3 months, whatever we need. I'm gonna disappear for 7 weeks. Ciao for now. That was a weird kissy thing, don't put that in, please.
Seeing just me in your videos. I think Ben will send a couple of Venice pictures at some point. So yeah, he left yesterday morning. Let's see how I get on.